Let's discuss. Rachel back again with another reaction video, and today I'm going to be checking out another new track from To The Grave. They just put out another new song a few weeks ago called Wreck, and it was really good, but I think that Miserable Summer still takes the cake for my favorite single so far, and my favorite To The Grave song that I've heard to date. It's just something about that, everything about the song, but also like that Nowhere to Run part, the breakdown. It's just such a good song. So this is going to be taken off the upcoming album Epilogue, which will be out at the end of May. I'll put the link in the description for any pre-orders or anything like that you may need. And yeah, so today I'm checking out Terrorist Threat. I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get straight into it. Damn. I like these red visualizer parts too. Okay, yep. Oh, I love the visualizer parts of this video too. Okay, so To The Grave, Terrorist Threat, let's discuss. Definitely another banger from To The Grave, which at this point I'm kind of expecting. This album is definitely shaping up to look like something that will be probably placing somewhere on my album of the year list, because every time I hear another song from them, I'm just really more sure that their style is for me. And I think Miserable Summer still will be my number one from them. That song is a high bar to set though for me for like deathcore. That's pretty much top tier. One of my favorite songs, I'd say. So that doesn't really, I would say this is probably my next favorite To The Grave song. It's got the main thing, like listening to this track, I really like what they do with like at least the beginning half of the song. There are two parts where it like kind of lets off into no instrumentals, and I like the way that they do something different with each of them. I think it was in the first one there was like this kind of like different sounding drum, like, not, it wasn't drumming. It was like some weird noise. I'm not even sure what it was. It was like a weird noise. For some reason I was hearing it in my head, like the drumming. But in the next like slowed down part that I'm talking about, there was like some of that like indicating guitar, like some dark sounding guitar chords that leads you into like another heavy ass part of the song. Even though this, when I say the breakdown, it's like this song is another one that's like one big breakdown, but like the last 40 seconds of the song or something, whatever, after that like last breakdown piece where it was ridiculously heavy. It's really hard to explain with this song because I feel like hearing that you're probably like, the whole thing was ridiculously heavy, which would be true. Definitely takes you on a journey in terms of like change of pace and stuff, and I really dig stuff like that where there are parts of it where like it's just so insanely fast and then it just like lets you off on like a little bit of like almost half the beat of that, I feel like. But there were also, like I was talking about with like some of those parts where it's slowed down and there are no instruments, how there's like that kind of chugging guitar that's present throughout like multiple parts of the song, but there's also like throughout it that like urgent sort of noise, like that like whatever that is throughout the whole song. Well, maybe not the whole, but the majority of the song, like I heard it in a decent amount of the song. I feel like that added a lot, especially with like the visuals and everything that To The Grave is doing with like with that sort of thing. Like I feel like that if you listen to the song without that going on in it, I feel like it would have a totally different feel. It just adds this sort of like, I'm not even sure what the feeling is to it, but I feel like that sort of detail in the song adds a lot, but also like the vocals are incredibly impressive. Just some of the stuff that like he's able to accomplish with his voice in terms of vocals when it comes to deathcore. Definitely Kyle from Brand of Sacrifice. I'm blanking super ridiculously right now. Oh, Tom Barber from Darko and Chelsea Grin. Yeah, those three are probably my top tier right here in terms of deathcore vocalists right now. There are obviously some other ones that are really impressive to me, but yeah, I don't need to repeat a lot of the stuff that I've already said in most of my videos for like To The Grave and Brand of Sacrifice. I've talked a decent amount now about like how I got into deathcore and like how it, like the things I'm exploring more and like learning more about what I like, and like To The Grave is definitely a band that helped, like that right there that I was just talking about, like the detail, having that noise in there, and then like all the different like paces that you go through in this song, like being let off into those like lighter parts where there's the absence of the majority of the instrumentals and stuff like that. It's just really solid. On top of that, the instrumentals are definitely just insane, and as the song progresses, the instrumentals just get even more like like when when you're just like laughing during a song, or like just like continuously uncontrollably being like, oh god, they did this. That's To The Grave for me. I feel like To The Grave and Darko both are like that for me. Brand of Sacrifice definitely, but they add more of like that symphonic, like adding the symphony and stuff, or like the orchestra stuff into the song to have the wow factor. And I feel like To The Grave has a little bit of like a different type of style for me, but I really enjoy both of them. Anyway, I've been probably blabbing enough about this song. Those are my thoughts on the song. I definitely love it. This is exactly what I'm looking for when it comes to deathcore. To The Grave is doing all of that. So let me know what you thought in the comments, and if you have a different song that you'd like to see added to either of the lists that I work off of when I'm doing request-based videos. Both links will be in the description, as well as the invite link for the Discord server. And, well, that will be in the Linktree link. So the Linktree link will be in the description. It has the invite link for the Discord server. The Discord server is a ton of fun. I love being in there. So if you're interested in an online community, want to come hang out in there with us, that will be there, as well as my Instagram profile link. My handle on there is Rachel Reacts, just like my YouTube channel, but I will put it up here on the screen for you, as well as it will be there in the Linktree. On Instagram, I post merch, so much merch, a lot of merch, vinyl, like clothing merch, stuff, just so much stuff. I have a lot of band stuff, so if you're interested in that, what I'm listening to the most, new songs that I find, YouTube stuff, that is where you can find that. As always, thank you very much for watching. I appreciate it.